Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing this morning? All right. So this morning we're starting with weather and water, and then after we're going to move on to some trail news that's going on around the world, and then we have some openings at Deeport Gap and stuff that we're going to talk about, and other places, and road closers in the Smokies. So Mary's going to start, and then I'll take it away from there. All right, take it away, Mary.
Thank you, Donald.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. It's 59 degrees in Blairsville right now with some fog. We're looking at a high of 81 today with areas of fog early and then partly cloudy this afternoon. There is a slight chance of a rain shower and the winds are light and variable. Tonight, 58 with some clouds. This evening, that will give way to mainly clear skies overnight. Light and variable winds tonight also. Up on Blood Mountain today, we're looking at a high of 73 with temperatures falling to 69 in the afternoon with 5-mile-per-hour winds. And then 60 tonight and partly cloudy with 5 to 10-mile-per-hour winds and gusts up to 20 miles per hour. So remember, as always, you should check around as you're setting up camp looking for loose limbs and branches and trees that might come over with the higher gusts of wind. We should always be cautious of that anyways. Water's good for the most part on the trail. Let's remember to top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter. As you're hiking north, your next water supply will be at Justice Creek from there. And then there's a very slight trickle at Slaughter Creek, and that's just before you climb Blood Mountain. So try to make sure you get some water before then. And then Neal Gap to Hogpen Gap is dry. You can refill at Neal Gap. And then Hogpen Gap does have water, and then you're pretty good to go all the way to Fontana, except make sure you get water before or after the Wesser Shelter because there's no water there. Snakes, let's be cautious. Let's remember there's a Cow Rock 5 miles north of Neal Gap that does have that copperhead nest on the group or in the group of boulders that's there, and of course rattlesnakes up in the area too. So let's just be careful wherever we are. And then in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, bear closures, there is Twin Creeks and Chestnut Branch trails, and then the campsites that are closed are 18, 57, and 82. All of the shelters are open. Let's remember to leave no trace wherever we go, and if we pack it in, let's pack it out. And let's properly store and dispose of our food and other items that have odor to them. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Donald now. He's going to talk about some other stuff that's going on out and around us.
All right, thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
All right, good morning, guys. And it is 5:29 on 9/28/2025. And so let's start like this, man. So we do have a landslide in Gatlinburg on the Gatlinburg bypass. And so a large landslide has indefinitely shut down a section of the roadway in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the National Park announced on Saturday. The alert said the Gatlinburg bypass, which is a 3.6-mile road located around the city of Gatlinburg, is closed due to a landslide blocking the roadway. The landslide happened after a heavy rain caused flooding in the area. Now, the GSMNP officials are currently are assessing the situation according to the National Park website. At 2:45 p.m., the park made a social media post saying the road would be closed indefinitely. I did post a article on it so you guys can see what happened over there. The Gatlinburg bypass is closed until further notice to a large landslide that occurred Saturday morning following a heavy rainfall, the post said. The park said in a Facebook post at 3 p.m. that the road was impassable and that park officials are continuing to actively assess the situation. All right. And so in Utah, let's start with a rescue, man. Salt Lake City. A SAR operation ensured that 10 individuals made it out of Little Wild Horse Canyon in Goblin Valley State Park after a flash flood swept through on Friday. The flash flood was caused by a very isolated storm that formed over the canyon, forcing hikers to seek higher ground to escape the floodwaters, according to Goblin Valley State Park. And so the 6 individuals were quickly found by park rangers after calling Emery County Sheriff's Office for rescue. After the initial 6 were rescued, SAR and DNR searched for the remaining 4. These 4 managed to make their way out of the canyon on their own shortly after dark. So awesome.
Lots of water things going on.
There's storms everywhere. We got hurricanes coming up, man. Two hurricanes, I believe. So All right, and then we have a rescue in Tannersville, New York. Medic 9, Greene County paramedics, along with a member of Hunter Ambulance, hiked 5 miles round trip Friday to help rescue an injured hiker, according to Greene County paramedics. Medic 9 and Hunter Ambulance members hiked to meet the patient, evaluate their ankle leg injury, and provide pain management before the hiker was hoisted out of the woods by helicopter and aided by New York State Police and Department of Conservation Forest Rangers. The hiker was taken to a local hospital for further evaluation.
All right.
Sweet. All right, and so in Washington State, Sauk Mountain Fall hiker death. So Skagit County Sheriff's Office says that a 63-year-old man fell while hiking on Sauk Mountain Trail. Deputies say the man was hiking with a group of 8 people when he slipped and fell from a trail on Saturday, man. The group and others present tried to provide the injured man with life-saving aid until medical assistance arrived. Emergency responders gave the man additional assistance, but he later died from his injuries. No additional info at this time.
That's sad.
Sure is, man. What a bummer. All right, and so let's move on to Helen. We have Oktoberfest. It is in full swing until November 2nd, packed with people and traffic when she dropped the rider off yesterday. So
Absolutely.
the Indian Summer Festival, October 3rd and 4th, is in such as at Woody Gap School. That's going to be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
That's a hopping little event every year.
All right, and so Davenport Gap, the Smokies, the Ranger Station, Baxter Creek, yada yada yada, the dirt road, everything is open back up for people to use, and so they have opened a one-way along the Pigeon right there. So when you come across the bridge right there, when you get off 40, you'll cross the bridge. And then you can take a hard left, or you can go up like a dirt road.
Right.
And so the dirt road will take you up and around. Anyways, when you take that hard left, that's where the road was cut off there. But they have opened it back up, made a one-way, put a light there, man, like a green light, red light thing, traffic light. And now you can pass through and go all the way up into Davenport Gap. So it is open, and Jordan was up there yesterday dropping a hiker that's going to be doing a full through of the BMT to Springer. And so we picked him up at Amicalola, brought him up there yesterday, and Jordan got us some great videos. So I'm going to create a video on what's going on up there at Big Creek.
I'm super excited about that. That's awesome to be able to get back up in there.
It is,
Very
man.
happy
I
about
did
it.
not see if they opened Green
Yeah,
Corner Road yet.
I don't know.
We'll find out, man. So, because Green Corner Road was cut off. I don't know if it still is. We have no idea. It was a couple weeks back, but things change quick.
That's right. They sure do.
All right, that's about it for news around here, man. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I have a couple shuttles today, and while I'm out and about, of course, I'm going to be watching the leaves. They seem to be turning pretty quick so far,
right,
so
yeah.
hopefully the weather continues with good conditions. Keep everybody posted on that. And it's just people out and about everywhere. It's that time of the year, you know, like we were saying. There's the Oktoberfest in Helen. There's the Woody Gap Festival coming up this coming weekend. Oh, I do want to say this. Rain or shine, the bike race, I don't know what it's called, but that is going in full swing
Is
today.
it 6 Gap?
It is the 6 Gap.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Thank you. And they're going to be going over Richard Russell. They're going to be going across 180
Unicoi,
out towards
everywhere.
Suches. And all of those roads are going to be very, very crowded today. So if you can avoid them, you know, do so. If you can't, just take some extra time to ensure that, you know, everybody is safe and that you can get to where you need to go, you know, without incident. So let's keep that in mind. That's in full force today. They'll be going up by Neil Gap and all of that. So lots and lots of people every year out for that.
Yeah, there is, man. We picked a couple bicycles up at Neil Gap yesterday and brought them back to Helen. So they're definitely all through the mountains right now, man. But
And the guy was actually telling me, they're from Augusta, and he was actually telling me.
Georgia?
Yes. And they weren't actually coming out here for the bike race, because I asked him if they were participating, and he said no. He said it was just time for, you know, our friend group to meet up. We happened to pick
Oh,
this
okay,
area
yeah.
because I wanted to bike through here. He's
Yeah,
been
it's
out
great,
to Helen
yeah.
and through here before, but he wanted to come bike, and they biked from Helen up to Neil Gap, and he and someone else he was with had enough at that point. The rest of their group
It
continued
was
on.
raining and shit, dude.
Yeah,
too, man.
it was
Nasty,
bad
yeah.
thunder, lightning, pouring rain. It would have been super dangerous to continue. But he said they weren't here for the bike race. They just happened to be here coincidentally at the same time that people were out here for it. So yeah. But anyways, he enjoyed his time here. He thinks it's super beautiful up here in the mountains and enjoys coming up here. So that was the day yesterday, an adventure throughout.
All right, sweet, man. All right, well, we're around today, man. We've got some shuttles. Jordan's already off on his first one, but we'll be here. I'm always here, man. I don't do anything else but work, man. So that's it. All right, guys. Give us a jingle if you need anything at all. Thank you for watching.
Yes.
I hope everyone has a great day. One love. Peace. Thanks.